Alright. Uh, Go ahead and post around. We'll go ahead and post this and check cord. Alright. I'm like actually really nervous for today. This is like a it's like a big part in the game. I'm not nervous about my lines. Happy with my lines. I'm just nervous about the roamer part. If I get there. Right, assuming I didn't fuck up like the only thing I could really fuck up is like analytic bug and protean weather bug, but I made sure to be pretty strict about those while calculating those fights. I am gonna be burning a scale today. Gonna do a little bit of investment today, but that is okay. Oh, I'm still on the wrong scene. Not that it matters too much. So we are on Zapatter, which gave me a lot of trouble in calcing, but shoutouts SRI giving me a pretty solid start to an idea for a fight here. And I don't know why it just like eluded me to lead B drill. For some reason it just did. But it's actually pretty good here. These two fights, kind of back to back, I get to do some really, really fun. Where's the Pokemon? I need D-Knight. I get to do some really fun Avalugg things. I really love using this Pokemon. It's so cool. Let me just confirm this line. So it's Beedrill. Yep, then Mammo. Oh yeah, that's what Mammo's for. Mammo actually doesn't do a whole lot in this line, but it baits out Venusaur second, which is important. Get Garchomp. And Garchomp gets Slowking in the Night Chain. Yeah. Alright, very cool. Yeah, I remember this line now. I only cooked it like 2 days ago, maybe, but... I'm going to just export my calc because I've messed a lot with sets on some Pokemon, so I want to make sure I'm just like consistent with what I'm looking at. Import Where's Gudra, so I can immediately change its ability. Give that guy shell armor. Okay. Having said that, though, I am immediately going to be making an investment in this fight. So I think there were basically two lines where I was always going to have to use a scale on this fight. And the main issue is the Talonflame. The two ways I saw through it were either... There's like three ways to beat this Talonflame. I either scale Encore on my Hawlucha, which is a pretty high value scale, but I just could never find the line for Encore to fully work throughout the fight. It requires a lot of setup. Or actually, I take that back. I found a line that works, but it's very risky. Hawlucha would have to carry its weight ridiculously. The other way was just, like, I think sack Mamoswine or sack Avalugg, like a really high chance of sacking one or both of those Pokemon. And then the other way that I eventually found was Garchomp speed scale. So right now, there he is. This Chomp is -6 speed. We're gonna make it -31, which is gonna be really dumb, but it is fast enough, and it's actually notably a good speed improvement for the next couple fights that I'm doing as well. This guy's already received an attack scale. It's got the proper moveset that it needs in having Outrage, Dual Chop EQ, and then Flex Slot. And the Flex Slot, I definitely would have needed at some point. Even if I found a way to ignore Rock Tomb on prior fights, Rock Tomb is like its most clicked move today. Very important move. So we're basically just going to make this into my GC Pokemon, because I'm going to scale it, and it's going to have 3 31s, because the defense was natural. This could, like, I don't feel too bad about the scale, because it could be an E4mon going forward. Garchomp E4 is not unrealistic. It's already got the attack, it'll have the speed. It's got incredible bulk, all the stats around it are great, it would just need a nature change. So that's like 3 scales for a potential E4mon. Which all in all is pretty alright. I'm gonna have like 15 scales left after this. So. It goes at the end here. The big performers today are gonna be Avalugg and Garchomp. Those are like the 2 big Pokemon I get a ton of value out of today. I love Avalugg so much. If it was like, if I could commit incredibly hard to a bit, the bit I would hard commit to is Centiskorch E4. But if that doesn't work, which it doesn't, the fallback would be Avalugg E4, which definitely doesn't work. Alright, so I'm just gonna go commit this now and then save. Maximize IV. Let me just triple check. So, against this Talonflame, when I hold a Choice Scarf and scale my speed, I become faster. Yes. Yes, this is Run and Bun. Also, hello, Jax. Thank you for the good luck. Bozeman, Speed IV. Okay. I have burned through half the scales in the game. Let's write that one down. Garchomp speed 6 to 31. Half of the scales. It looks like a GC mod. I mean, if this was a GC mod, like, natural, oh my god. The other thing I need to do is I need to level up Mamo twice. I need it to be 81 here. Let's do actual fight prep. So let me export. Garchomp is now 31 speed. And Mamo is now level 81. Jolly Citrus. Mamo gets a... Do I have them? Oh, I do. Choice Scarf. D-Knight Expert Belt. Avalug Citrus. Yeah. And Chomp. Choice Scarf. And then moves. I need you to have T-Punch. You do not have T-Punch. Wait, is that true? I think you don't actually need T-Punch, but it's good backup. So I'll go do it. I hate how there's no like confirmation for like teaching over a move there. Hello, Rocks. Okay, let me export with Heat Punch so I see those ranges in my calc. Yep. Alright, pre-damage. You have Rock Tomb, right? I think it already has it. Yeah. Double Choice Scarf. Slot 1 to 207. Slot 2 to 195. And Dragonite is in slot 4 to 216. Okay. Right, I remember the D-Knight damage. Yeah. Okay. Let's get down there and then I'll unmute. I'll save as well because I already did the scale. I think I have to pass that. Oh no, I already had to pass that optional once. Fought all of you. Fought all of you. There's no guy here. Is it? It's not you. Let's see. No, Zapata faces sideways. Right, because then it's Katie after this. So I just nook here. Wait for the guy. Just follow behind him. Nice and easy. What? Oh, there you are. So that's Katie. There's Zapata. Favorite Undertale song, but sorry, I gotta play some Pokemon. Okay. Four more battles? Yes. Yeah, 4 more battles until roamers. So one thing I don't know is, like, what do you do for roamers? Is it just, it's just like, I know there's something about, like, dive spamming. Like, just spamming dive in a location to do the encounter. Or is it just, like, doing turn frames? To move between routes to reset? Oh, so, like, you don't even know its location? Oh, and one of the ways to reset routes is, like, would that be like going from 124 to 124 underwater? Right? Is that like one way to do it? See if Pokemon found. Oh, can you track them somehow? I literally, I know nothing about it. Just confirming 207. Yes, that is Throat Chop. Glycopod, I trust that HP. Try until it shows up, so I could be here for a bit. Alright, got it. And then 216 is after I take minimum Solar Beam, 38. I'm then in max roll. Yes, I'm in max roll for acrobatics. If you check Pokedex. Okay, 195. Choice Scarf level 81. Okay, yeah. Expert Belt is fine here. Citrus Avalug, no pre-damage. Scarf Chomp with Rock Tomb. With a speed scale. Yes. Right. Overquill that really wants to set hazard. By being at this HP, I am currently slower. So it sees fast KO with Throat Chop. We're going to become faster and U-turn. This won't do much damage, but it does enough. It's about 30%. If I crit, it doesn't kill. Glycopod will eat the Throat Chop. It's very important that, like, Glycopod was super huge for this fight, just getting guys in at the right HP for proper baiting afterwards. So we go Mammo. Scarf Mammo outspeeds at level 81 and does the remaining 70% that I need. And at level 81, I don't show Talonflame kill, I don't show Slurpuff kill, but I show Venusaur fast KO with Solar Beam. Only because this guy's thick fat, Weather Ball does not see the kill, even in Sun. So this is always Solar Beam. D-Knight will take 1. I don't care what it does the next turn. It might get a little weird, but... it can either Weather Ball or Growth here because it sees me not KOing. So it doesn't know Dual Wing Beta's multi-hit. Okay, completely fine. More HP is theoretically good if I need a steer for Slowking, but I don't think I do. This always gets Talonflame in because of the pre-damage. It only ever sees Acrobatics right now. It could also sometimes see if I got hit by Weather Ball, Flare Blitz, but I never get low enough for Solar Beam. Because of that, we can go Avalugg. Burning Flying Gem doesn't really matter here. All that matters is baiting Solar Beam. On Solar Beam, I then get my second exit. Perfect. This gets Garchomp in at full HP, which is super, super important. And with the Speed Scale and a Choice Scarf, I outspeed an Oko with Rock Tomb. And now this will get... This was the big part of this line, was getting Slowking before Slurpuff. Only Garchomp at full HP could do this. Fairy Gem Slurpuff sees like 80%, so if I switched into the Solar Beam, I would be getting Slurpuff now, which is pretty bad. But Slowking only sees Ice Beam, and also it's like just above... so Electivire sees Kill, but I show Fast KO on it with the Choice Scarf, so it can't come in. So this is always Ice Beam. And because we're in Sun, I cannot get frozen. I can just go straight to Beedrill. And now we have a pretty good Beedrill chain set up. Beedrill can Leech Life this. It just barely shows KO on Electivire, so we bait down the line, and Slurpuff never gets an action. Healing up is also really important here. You cannot get frozen in Sun. I don't know when that was a thing, but it is a thing. It might have been added in like Gen 3. You can be pre-frozen in Sun, and the freeze will stay. I use that... No, actually, I don't use that. Sleep is better, but... You can do that. Now I just U-turn on this, and no matter what move I bait, Garchomp can always take it. Could also crit and just kill there. Cool. Life Orb kill? Alright. The fight looked really simple. That one took me a long... I mean, it required a scale, right? In order to even work, it required a speed scale. So, it was a hard-ass fight. I really, just did not have a good way to fight the Talonflame without speed scale or, sacking my Galvantula. And even if I sack Galvantula, I then wouldn't have a great Pokemon to come in on the U-turn there. At the end on Electivire. It would have been rough. I also think Galvantula might just get Slurpuff naturally with, Flamethrower. And you can't get Beedrill in on Flamethrower. So... Hey, I got a flyer. Garchomp needs Choice Scarf on the next fight as well, so we can keep it on. Wait, I have no idea. I am not the person you should be asking that, considering I have one attempt of experience, but I would say around Victory Road or maybe Huan Gym. I sacked something in 2 fights, but it is a fight that a lot of people regularly sack something to, because it's probably like overall, like I would say top 15 hardest fights in the entire game. All right. Yeah, Maxi 2 is like one of the big just sack spots. A lot of the final boss bad guys are like that. I mean, Pyre Tag, you probably are sacking 2. If you're only sacking 1, you've got a really good box for it, for like Discharge Ampharos stuff, or you gambled a little. Magma Hideout, Maxi, and Tabitha. I think I sacked 5-2 overall. Yeah, I sacked 5 in Magma Hideout, and they were all on the final 2 fights. And then I sacked 2 in Aqua Hideout, both to Matt. And then I sacked 2 Pokemon to Seafloor Cavern Archie, and I sacked Kecleon to Space Tag. So yeah, the last like deathless big evil guy fight that I had was not, yeah, like big boss of him was all the way back in like Maxi 1, I think. I think my Maxi 1 was deathless. I think I planned like Masquerain sack and my Turtonator popped off and was able to save it. So, who got those kills? Mamoswine stole the Overquill. D-Knight. D-Knight feels like it should be higher than this. Garchomp got Talonflame. Then Beedrill got 2. And Garchomp got the last. Garchomp is now top 6. Yes, yeah, I did a 1 sack heist, and the sack was Electrode. And I also needed a scale and a candy. But I had another version of that fight where I sacked Escavalier and then Kecleon after doing the heist. But I, like, Jax and I were looking at my Space Tag at, like, ahead of time, and it's like I really needed to do Trick Room, so I needed Kecleon. So that ended up, like, saving a bunch of investment. Yeah, I had to sack Electrode. Electrode was the only Pokemon in my entire box that could lead on the first fight, bait Future Sight from Azelf, and then eat a... could survive a Mega Latios Earthquake, so that way it died to the Future Sight. It lived on, like, a couple HP. And then that gave me Dynamic Lead, because I led Electrode on the first fight. No, you can't do Beedrill fight like that. My Beedrill was on 118. You can only do, like, a super simple Beedrill line if it's Adamant or plus attack. Or if you like scale Twin Needle for some reason. It's not that simple. Unless you scale Twin Needle, you're getting Future Sight out of Azelf, and Beedrill can't be in for that. Yeah, I mean, it baits Future Sight, but the problem is you then need to be in the right position to take the Future Sight with Greninja a couple turns later, which was always really tough for me. So I had to get to a position where just someone could die to Future Sight, but not die to the attack from Latios beforehand. And Electrode was the guy to do it. I think like Donphan... No, Donphan wouldn't have worked. Donphan would not have worked, sadly. Yeah, it's a little more nuanced than I think you're making it out to be. Because obviously not every box is just a sandbox. Like, you know, like you could just look at like Beedrill and be like, oh, well, Beedrill can sweep the first fight. And like, yeah, but if Beedrill, you know, you have to deal with the Future Sight because you are guaranteeing that. And then it's like, okay, yeah, I've got Dragapult, and ideally Dragapult Phantom Forces as the Future Sight would hit, but my Dragapult is so dog shit that the Phantom Force wouldn't actually kill Latios. That was the main issue. No, yeah, just like you said. Phantom Force was never good enough to beat Latios. And then I really needed the dynamic lead for my second fight as well, because then I led Goodra on the second fight, and that was super, super, super good for the proper order and, like, getting the right things, because Goodra baited Nature's Madness out of Tapu Lele, so then that guaranteed, like, Goodra just with Heavy Slam one-tapped the Lele, and then baited in Latios to always click Aura Sphere, and then I could get Beedrill in. No, yeah, I mean, like, this Pult is fine, but it being bold is pretty rough. I did not, like, I brought Dragapult to my Tate and Liza. It did not click a single move. There was nothing it could do. All it was there for was the heist. Anyways. Yeah, it was literally just I could have brought Basque Legion, and it would have actually probably been safer, because if I fucked something up, I could have sacked that instead. Ifu. Oh, I do need Beedrill. And I also need Garchomp. And Golisopod. This is the team. Wow. I need to freeze Garchomp. Oh wait. Did I heal? Sub in Urshifu for Mamoswine. Minor trade. Where? There it is. Okay. I think I'm in Slateport. Yeah. I need to trade, I think, the Choice Scarf I have for a Choice Band. Yes. Avalugg level 89. Golly Citrus. Dragonite's item... Actually... Oh, I had this flipped here. Dragonite needs to be itemless. I really love this line a lot. Are doing Sticky Barb strats. I'll do that later. I also need to go get Ice Punch now on D-Knight. Oh, go ahead and export that now. Yeah, that's the only move change. Now it's just free damage. Do this one here. I need to pre-freeze my Garchomp. Then I'll just type in the rest. So Urshifu needs the tiniest little bit of pre-damage. Garchomp needs to be at 239. And Golisopod at 179. Okay. Itemless, Sticky Barb, Citrus, Choice Scarf, Choice Band. Yes. And Rock Tomb Flex. And I just taught Ice Punch. This is going to take longer and longer to get back to the next trainer. This one I was also getting very, very stuck on. But I found a strat through it I'm very happy with. I was fully ready for like a 30, like I had a plan through this fight, and I was at a spot where it was like a 30% condition that I'd have to sack Avalugg. And then I was writing it out, and I was like, Avalugg's item is kind of useless here. And I opened the game and just looked through like all the berries and like all the random shit that I could give it. Like, oh, is there something I could give it to where it could like save itself? Like, is there some kind of like a Starf berry and then it gets a speed boost and then it can like kill something that it otherwise shouldn't? And I don't know why, but I didn't like. I was scrolling through and I saw Sticky Barb, and then it just like clicked in my head, like a completely different line. So once again, Avalugg proving its goat levels. It's not going to click an attack, but I think this is Zaya. Yes. All right. Oh, Mala. This thing is pretty easy. It just kind of forces your lead to be like a couple things, but it's not one you have to really think about too hard. Just gonna Wicked Blow. Voice Band Wicked Blow Okos it. Yeah, basically any like good neutral hit kills this. It being Urshifu here lets me then always bait Flamethrower from Charizard and go to Garchomp. This Charizard is the big issue I had with this fight. It and the Gastrodon get defrosted by the Flamethrower. It takes Solar Power Chip, which is really important here because this Scarf Rock Tomb does 93%. So straight up, if this guy didn't have Solar Power, like I actually don't know how I beat him. I mean, I guess he would just be weaker, and then I could probably beat him and like wall him with Gudra or something, but I really needed that little bit of chip. The pre-damage off a flamethrower was to guarantee Silvally to always see a killing attack and have that never be explosion. So this is always multi-attack. I have just a one exit planned here. Glycopod at this HP always exits on any of these attacks and never dies to crit. Perfect. I gave it a Citrus as backup in case I need something. It can maybe exit on like Prim or Gastro. We go back into Urshifu. He now KOs with Choice Band Sucker Punch. This guy only has attacking moves, so he's got to click one. Now, this little tiny bit of pre-damage was to guarantee that Gliscor always clicks Acrobatics here. We are gonna go to Avalugg. Gliscor is going to use up its Flying Gem, freeing up its item slot, hit me with Acro, and take my Sticky Barb. It's going to take 12% this turn. I show a KO with Ice Fang, so it has to click Earthquake here. So we go D-Knight. It's going to take another 12%. And now I show Kill with Ice Punch. So it has to click Acro, but it's a really weak Acro because it's holding an item. So we take like 30% and scale back the Sticky Barb with Ice Punch. And now, we only ever take, even after the Sticky Barb trip here, enough damage. We bait in exactly Primarina to click Moonblast only. So we just go to the Fairy Beater. Poison Trap Oko. And now just Gastrodon last. At the current HP, it only sees a Weather Ball. That's completely fine. We're just going to U-turn on it and go to Garchomp. Or no, go to Urshifu. Garchomp would die. Urshifu lives a crit Weather Ball on like 10 HP. Or something. And then fast KOs with anything. Yeah, even with the free damage... Oh, we live on 24 to this Weather Ball. I was looking at some really heinous stuff for this Gastrodon. It was so hard to kill. I was looking at Natural Gift, like I think it's Pineapple Berry, Dragonite, but that even doesn't do enough. To even two-shot, it was really, really brutal. Can't do Gyarados Power Whip because you're faster. Like, it's really, really rough. Can't do Delmai's Power Whip because I get smoked by Weather Ball. But, the Avalugg Sticky Barb line was able to then guarantee D-Knight gets Primarina 5th, which really opened everything up. Because all the other lines I was looking at got Gastrodon 5th, and those were super, like, not manageable. Right. Urshifu got one. Chomp got Zard. Urshifu got another. Already up to 20. Beatrill and Urshifu. Alright, now time for potentially one of the hardest fights of the game. Thank God I can fly out of here. I'm pretty sure one of these teams I make doesn't have a flyer. Oh, right. Okay, this fight is so weird. So, I have 2 scanner items. I basically don't need either for this fight. I'll toss one on you so I can trade. This is like a conditional item that doesn't really matter, but it doesn't hurt to put on my Togue. Yes, I'm aware of Libero. Yeah. I've already fought the Greninja back in a couple fights ago. It was pretty easy to route around. Actually, no, yeah, it was pretty easy to route around Libero Bug for me, thankfully. Use you. Corviknight, Cradily, Togue, Golisopod. Yeah. I'm just gonna get the leftovers. Doesn't really matter. But doesn't hurt. I don't have any moveset changes. No, and I still have Rock Tomb. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, Libero Bug was never an issue for me with this fight because, like, the main guy that I would be using to bait the Cinderace is Togue, and Togue just also dies to low kick naturally, so not a big deal. So I have Garchomp. I need EU. Corviknight. I still need EU. So this probably isn't a great sign. I'm grabbing this guy. He'll be fine. Does he cook? who's gonna tell him does Cradily cook or not? You'll just have to wait and find out if Cradily cooks. Cradily did fill a select role that only a couple mons in my box did. So I'll give it that. But this is its first fight. That's exciting. For items here, straight up, no one really needs any items. The most I can do is, like, give Muscle Band to Corviknight as backup. Give you, like, Metal Coat. Oh no, you get leftovers. Yeah. And there's not even really any point but I'll do it to give you a citrus. That's kind of it. All the levels stay the same here. 89, 89, 75, 87. Yep. Yeah, I have plenty of citruses. That's not a worry. It's like, I would rather just go ahead and have the citrus there to open up a backup in case I missed something, rather than not. We damage 207. We damage Corviknight to 254. We damage the Lysopod to 175. Okay. This is the squad. Garchomp in slot 1. Yes. Yeah, this item doesn't really matter. This item doesn't really matter. I could only have the... Wait, what's my Garchomp item again? Is it... Yeah. Mega Stone. Good. Yeah, the one thing is, like, for Cradily, I just picked it up in one of the underwater routes. It's not very good. At this point in the game, it's almost completely useless, especially as a rock type. It is not good as a rock type because it does not resist fire and it does not resist flying. The two things that rock types kind of do. It's also a grass type that does not resist water, so it's really, like, not good at anything. The one thing it could do, especially because mine is plus with def, is Mirror Coat Tapu Fini back on Shelly. But I had I have Beedrill, so there wasn't, like, a huge reason to do that. And I ended up finding a stackless Shelly without Cradily, so... It's just not... It's not a very good Pokemon, sadly. But it is gonna serve a good... Yeah, you can just hold B while surfing. It's kind of a bad habit to do. Where are the... It's just this guy, right? Yeah, just this awful roamer that no one should ever hit. Okay. Garchomp at full, it has its stone. 207, that's for... What is 207 for again? Is that for Gunk Shot? No, that's for Mimikyu. Yeah. Better mid-game? No, there's no shot. Over any of the other fossils you could get, like, I would straight up... I could see people resetting over getting Cradily. It's just so bad. Armaldo is good. If you got Armaldo as your fossil, like, you know, for the third, or... No, for Split 5, like, that's genuinely good. Yeah, it gets you Desert Underpass, which isn't, like, the most worthwhile thing in the world. Yeah, or maybe it can Mirror Coat something. But most of the time you're just gonna have a raw answer anyways. This is, it's pretty effective at what it's doing in this fight, though, so... I had many Pokemon that could do its role here, but this just seemed like the least valuable one. This could have been Seismitoad. This could have been Feebas. This could have been... Not Amoonguss, no. There's one other it could be. Oh, Musharna. This could have been Musharna. But I have grass types. I don't really have rock types. Avalugg is my best rock type. So, I don't... I'm going to save again. I don't remember if I did. I don't think you can get spread or left guy bugged on this fight, but if I somehow do, I need to reset. I heavily abuse slot order in this fight, so... I'm pretty sure since it's a merge double, though, that's not possible. Yeah, Victory Bell slot 1. Alright. So, we got our Mega Stone. We are specifically not going to use it this turn. And we are going to Rock Doom Aerodactyl. This is also immediate value out of the speed scale that I used back on Zapater. After this Rock Tomb, even Mega Garchomp will outspeed this Aerodactyl. It would not have done that without the speed scale. We're going to Detect. We're baiting Random Move from Arrow and Gunk Shot into Blaziken. Perfect. If I Mega'd there, some crit rolls can kill the Aerodactyl, and I don't want to accidentally be a turn ahead. It would be very bad. Now, we can Mega. Finish off the arrow, so it won't ever get an attack off this turn. And we're baiting Gunk Shot still into Blaziken, so we can just go to a Steel type. And it's actually very important that this Steel type is not Togedemaru. Okay. Corviknight will bait in Cinderace for fast KO on that slot. And the important part of using exactly Corviknight instead of any other steel I have is even with Libero Bug in Sun, I only ever bait Pyro Ball. I need this thing to stay a fire type. This is kind of the unfortunate part. I have to Earthquake here. Earthquake can never kill Victory Bell because of its Focus Sash. It will always kill Cinderace as long as it stays a fire type. Garchomp underspeeds both these guys. I'm baiting double fire move into Corviknight, both Weather Ball and Pyro Ball. Go get him, bud. Cradily always lives this attack. And then always dies to either this or my Earthquake follow-up. So if Pyro Ball missed, it still would have died. We break the Sash, and we kill Cinderace. And now we get to bring in Blaziken again. This will bait in Mimikyu for fast KO. This is what the pre-damage is for. We're gonna abuse a little more buggage here. I could just kill Victory Bell right here, but I don't want to. Once again, we are baiting Gunk Shot from Victory Bell, and we're now baiting Play Rough from Mimikyu into Blaziken. We're going to Rock Tomb Mimikyu, which normally would just break its disguise and do no damage. It still gets the speed drop. But, because we're baiting Play Rough, if we go to an Iron Barbs Pokemon, the Iron Barbs will break the disguise. There's gonna be like a really weird visual bug with Togedemaru here. It's gonna like break the disguise on Toge, but it actually breaks it on Mimikyu. Yeah, it looks really dumb. But Disguise is broken, and now Rock Tomb actually does 30%. Perfect. And now with the speed drop, Mega Garchomp outspeeds Mimikyu. I believe this turn now, I actually am showing kill. Like, because I'm showing kill, Mimikyu is going to Shadow Sneak Garchomp. That is completely fine. We're going to Earthquake, and we're going to Spiky Shield. Victory Bell is baited into Weather Ball or Solar Blade into Toad. Oh, it actually went for Sneak on... Oh, I also show Fast Kill to it. Okay, interesting. I didn't think about that. That doesn't matter. Did go for Solar Blade. And then we get a double kill. So now final two Mons, it's going to be Sharpedo in slot 1, and then Ursaluna in slot 2. The lefties here was just to heal up out of range of some moves from Ursaluna, but straight up it didn't really matter. As I level up there too, that doesn't also affect anything. I just knew Togue would be like roughly around half HP, maybe like 40% at this point. So, we are just going to Earthquake, which means we have to get Togue out of there. The speed order is Sharpedo, and then, I guess technically, like, Togue, and then Garchomp, and then Ursaluna. But the important part is Sharpedo goes first. Which means I can have a pre-damage Golisopod for, like, triple random move from Sharpedo. Always take this attack, always get exited, and get Life Orb Tick. The Life Orb Tick actually matters here. And now Corviknight takes whatever move Ursaluna was going to do. All four of them. We just Earthquake. Because of the Life Orb Tick, this Earthquake always kills, otherwise it does 91% min. And then we Spread Bug onto Ursaluna to do like 50%. And high horsepower. Cool. Now it's just a 2v1. I can just Outrage to give Garchomp a pretty good chance of getting the kill, otherwise I just Brave Bird follow up. And both my guys are faster. Nice. Garchomp got 7. Shoutouts May for also basically being the one that inspired this Garchomp line. I was looking at a lot of other stuff. They recently did this fight and did Mega Garchomp as well. And I think sacked Dreadnought and also got a 7-kill Garchomp line. Their ending was a little different. I had to like mix up the order a tiny bit, I think, but... Oh, I never ate the citrus because of Unnerve. I didn't think about that. This was a useless item. Very nice, though. I'm really happy with that fight. I looked at a ton of other stuff and got walled on it for, like, half a day. Yeah, you get it when you... Well, but the Luna is always there, so... Yeah. -1 Pokemon, like, losing a Mon out of the box always kind of sucks, but... Windows sound. There it is. I'm gonna ping May in this. I'm not gonna count Garchomp getting 7 on the sheet. You say I'm not gonna count my own Cradily kill. But it did get 6. Goodbye, Cradily. I guess I'll update this to 23. That is now the third Pokemon in my box that has died without getting any kills. Though I don't know if this one was ever gonna get a kill. Counting the kill he got on Cradle. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's kind of funny. It was like an well, no, I didn't actually kill it. No, he didn't. The Pyro Ball killed it. So, fuck. It's actually. I forgot. It would have been if it would have been a 7 kill if Pyro Ball missed. So Garchomp only gets 6 on that fight. He's got 20 kills on this split now. Dude, this guy's been awesome here. Just immediately past Centiskorch and Dreadnought is now in top 4. I love this guy so much. Passing Centiskorch, he gets a pass. He's allowed. And thankfully, I can fly out of here. I think my next team... Oh no, my next team does have a flyer. Yeah. All of them do. But I'm also right outside Pacific Log for the next fight. Oops. Alright. I'll throw him in the death box in a second. Set up the next team in my calc. Udra, Scuda, D-Knight again. D-Knight is coming to so many fights. Oh, I need to go get another scanner item. So you need... I think I have it. Yeah, you need Choice Band, and then I gotta trade the leftovers. For 2 Choice Bands. I don't really need to do this, but I'm gonna go as backup, give Dragonite Thunder Punch. And also heal. And throw Cradily in the death box. So, this is Corviknight lead. I need to remember to level up my Corviknight here. It's very important. Udra, you go right here. Death box is filling up. I mean, I obviously... I feel like through Victory Road, you know, you just gotta start, like, sacking stuff. So, like, I would not be surprised if this box fills up. It's just about filling it up with the right things. Cradily felt like a very okay sack, so... D-Knight... Oh, and I do need Glycopod. Level up Corviknight once. That's all I need. Worst death so far? I don't really know. I guess, like, I have been missing Dreadnought a fair bit since I lost it, but I had it for a really long time, and I got, like, really good value out of it. Maybe, like, theoretically I should be saying Electrode, but I don't know, that guy was always just fine. And I have some pretty fast people. Eldegoss potentially, but I feel like that thing's bulk just doesn't really matter at this point. The thing is, so I've had 23 deaths, 3 of them have been mistakes. So it's like, you know, a lot of these are planned deaths. The only mistake deaths that I've had were Absol, which happened like yesterday. That one sucked. Just to a bug that I probably should have been aware of and just wasn't. Yan Mega and Eldegoss. Oh my, was my Electrode fast? I'll show you. My Electrode was fast. I'll say that. Give you T-Punch as backup. This Trode was pretty damn fast. Yeah, he just does not hit hard. Like, even if I guess one thing that's nice is I got away with never using the special scale, which I feel like is pretty common on Trode. Yeah, that guy was pretty fast. I didn't like losing Executor, but it's just what had to go on Maxi. This is natural, by the way. This is a completely natural Executor. This guy was really, really fun. But I also have Gudra now, so it's like, it's not the end of the world. Losing this guy was a bit unfortunate because there was a condition in the fight that I lost him to keep him alive, and I just didn't hit it. It was like, if I got crit by 1 of 3 attacks, then I could have saved him because of like Golisopod HP stuff, but it never happened, so he had to get sacked on Lily Cove Rival. Really fun guy. The Spadef was scaled, I think? Yeah, but the Spadef was like 21 before. Pelipper. Oh, in Victory Road, yeah. I can think of like the Mantine in Erratic Weather. I've also had like some unfortunate ones, like straight up most unfortunate death for me would probably be like the Cloister that blew up turn 1 as I encountered it. That really sucked. Because if it wasn't a Cloister, it was like coin flip between Cloister and Ludicolo. If it was Ludicolo, then I get Sharpedo, and then I get Aerodactyl. But I hit Cloister, and I didn't even get the Pokemon. So, like, that really sucked. But, like, that's not really counted as a death, because I didn't actually have him. So, Corviknight needs Lorb. Garchomp, I think, has Choice Band. Yes. Gudra item, I don't want it to have an item. Scuda gets the other Choice Band. Expert Belt. And Golisopod doesn't even need a Citrus. I'm just doing a 1 exit. Need to pre-sleep my Gudra. And then I'll just do this now, thinking about it. Damage. Glycopod to 250. Very tiny Glycopod free damage. Let's go you at level 90 now. This was so that way Life Orb Brave Bird KOs, yeah. Double checking this. Yeah, that's to hit 128. I live that. Alright. Final fight. In Erratic Weather, unless I hit Aerodactyl and Sky Pillar, I'd maybe plan the Mega Arrow fight. Also, am I just straight up done with sun fights? Are there any more sun fights in the game? Or was that Brilliant Ian one the last one? I think there might be one on Victory Road, I guess. I could see someone leading with like a Drought Charizard. This is dip down. Should be it. Very nice. I do not like Sun at all. Sun is like really hard for my box to fight into, so. Where's... oh, there he is. Okay. Just clicking dual chop. Yeah, I don't need a coverage move on you. You're pre-slept? T-punch doesn't matter. No. Voice band. Coverage doesn't matter. T-punch as backup. No item, 250. Alright. Oh, I should put, I think, yeah, T-punch back on my... so I'm aware of it. What's up, Herman? Yeah, I knew about the hail fights. And I figured if there was a Pelipper, then... well, there's, like, the Primordial Sea fight on Wallace, right? Okay. Shoutouts Unnerve Corviknight. Oko's this through the Koba Berry with Life Orb Brave Bird. Even bold Corviknight Oko's this without a choice item. I did need to level it once, but that's fine. So I take a bunch of recoil and I bait in Porygon Z, and it's going to get Analytic Bug, but it does not matter. Even after all this damage, even with Analytic Bug, it only sees Thunder KO. So, just go Garchomp. And now, I think it still sees Analytic Bug, but it also just still doesn't matter. Because I am Choice Band, I show a kill on this so it cannot set up. It has to click Try Attack. So I go to Goodra. Goodra just absolutely walls and demolishes this thing, but gets Dark Pulse flinched. So we have to use it to set up instead. Because I am pre-slept, the guy sees no kills on me, and I show no kills to him. He has to Nasty Plot. So I get a free switch in to Bearscuda. Perfect. And now Choice Band, in Rain, Liquidation, Oko's this guy. Just barely, it does 101. Very, very close. This will get in Metagross to always click Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch is not a guaranteed kill, but it cannot set up because I'm currently showing it fast 2-hit KO. So it cannot click Power Up Punch. It is always clicking Thunder Punch here, so I go Garchomp. And now with Choice Band, this Earthquake KOs. This will get Scrafty in, who thankfully does not have Intimidate. Right now I show KO on it, so it cannot Dragon Dance. It has to go for highest damage, which is Close Combat. Just go D-Knight. Drops its crit, doesn't matter. Drops its defenses, and now Expert Belt's Dual Wing Beat always KOs. I really didn't need Expert Belt, but I just threw it on. It's also good for backup for T-Punch, Jellicent. And I was never going to activate like a Citrus Berry on D-Knight. I don't need to, so... This should be Electrosin. Perfect. Right now it sees Thunder KO, but that's also just highest damage, and nothing else gets close, so it is always clicking Thunder. Go to the Electric immunity. And this is actually pretty important. So Garchomp hasn't taken any damage the entire fight. Choice Band Dual Chop will 2-shot, it will not 1-shot. I am baiting Super Fang here. That is highest damage. Super Fang always puts me to exactly 157, which means once I kill this, it'll be Jellicent last. Jellicent has Water Spout and Scald, both with like wildly different damage ranges, right? Scald max roll is 154, so it can never click Scald on me, which is really, really important. It can only click Water Spout right now. The one problem is, if I min-roll my Dual Chops, I'm actually still in range from Water Spout crit to die to max roll. Literally, like, perfectly. It does, like, 158 if I min-roll. If I double min-roll and then it max roll crits. So we need to reset our choice item, or like our choice lock. So this is what Golisopod is here to do. Eat a Water Spout and get Garchomp back in. This is why it doesn't need a Citrus, it's right at the end of the fight. Get Garchomp back in, and now I can click Outrage, which is much higher damage. It could straight up KO, but even if it doesn't, I literally take like 4 damage from Water Spout. Yeah, this is gonna do like 2 damage. Awesome. Now Outrage just finishes. I could have also potentially gone like T-Punch, Dragonite there, but it doesn't really matter. We're out. All of Erratic Weather in, what, 1 scale and 1 sack? I think. Well, no, 2 sacks. I lost Absol. 2 deaths, 1 scale. And that is a lot more Garchomp frags to plug in. That was a Corviknight kill in there. And then a Scuda kill. Garchomp got Metagross. D-Knight got the Scrafty. And then Chomp got the last 2. Chomp is just so crazy. It's literally able to like come to a fight and just regularly get 2 or 3. It's absolutely crazy. Okay. I want to just go to Pacifidlog. And I don't really want to heal. Maybe I should, just to be safe. I don't know how these guys move. I should heal. Heal up just to be safe, just so I can like pass them. But still. I want to get to Pacifidlog because this is the first encounter I'm gonna do is Pacifidlog and then Sky Pillar, which I think is just like, yeah, it's just up here. Okay, it doesn't show well on the map. Yeah, it's just right there. So, oh god. Okay, I hate that. Naturally in Pacifidlog. Are there any items here? I know we can, like, go west and get scales, and there's, like, the Gyarados fight, the Mega Gyarados fight. I have not calced that. I don't even know, is that fight in Erratic Weather? Does that fight have rain or sun? Look at maps. What about him? Yeah, I know it's like these routes that suck. There's like heart scales and there's the final rare candy in the game. But I'm pretty sure like I think to get that heart scale you have to fight Ronald. I think you have to fight that optional. At least that's what it looks like. Yeah, there's a scale, a candy, to pass up and down. Oh, can you go on this tile, like, at the very bottom, maybe? No, I don't think so. Maybe. Kind of looks like you can. Then you just have to pass Michaela. I'm just not gonna... I want to do... I have... Ronald will jump me. Yeah. That's what it kind of looks like. Like, I just don't know if you can squeeze between this part at the very, very bottom. Oh, no, I see, because you have to go on that tile and then it sends you up. Yeah. You can't even get all the way down there. So yeah, is there no... I'm pretty sure you just have to fight Ronald in order to get to the scale. That's what it looks like. I'm not going to worry about that right now, though. We got an encounter to get. We got 2, actually. So we're going to be doing Pacific Log and Sky Pillar 1F. I kind of have a choice to make. So right now it's what, 74% for Ghastly or Shuppet if I surf, because I have the Dreepy Doop. Here, I'll go ahead and do this. So if I take the surf pool, it is 74% for Ghastly or Shuppet, which are both dupes on Sky Pillar 1F, further increasing odds for Togekiss or Aerodactyl. The other thing that I've been kind of eyeing a lot, and this is way future routing, but what I could also do is Fish. That opens up the chance for, like, much more likely misses, right? Because I can get 10% Sableye and 25% Reuniclus, but it adds in 5% Frostlass. If I hit Frostlass all the way on Victory Road B2F, it gives me a 40% chance for Weavile, because it would dupe out Glalie and Frostlass from this pool. Because it's so low odds, though, I think I'm just gonna surf. And if I want Frostlass, I can pull on Route 132, because that is like 60% Frostlass. Yeah, it wouldn't be banking on Frostlass, it's just like, on the 5%, it would just be like, I can add it to the pool for the chance, but then it also increases the chance of a raw miss by adding Reuniclus in, so... 132 right now is a roamer route. It's like one of the final roamer routes that I want to, like, I have available for. I kind of have like 2 tiers of roamer routes. I have ones that I immediately want to go get. Like 124. I don't care what's on 124 at all. That's going to be the first spot I go for a roamer. But 132, as long as there's any chance that there's a Pokemon I kind of want for future routing or just as a good Mon, I'm going to hold off on it. So right now I have 9 roamer routes. I think 5 of them are in like that immediate tier, and then 4 of them are in the like hold off and wait. Or like really like make an educated decision. But I think for now... So... Shuppet moveset. This thing gets Destiny Bond? Oh, Shuppet is just a quick ball catch. Okay, so I don't need to worry about that. Ghastly is also a quick ball catch. What about Sableye? Sableye is not, so I really only need to prep for this. Sableye is always level 80, has Recover, Sucker Punch, Foul Play, Shadow Ball. That's easy enough. I can bring, like, Grim Snarl, even. Prim chances? Only on Victory Road, and it's not very likely. I'm, like, mentally, I'm not really, like, out to get Prim. It would only be on Victory Road B1F Surf. It's about 30% right now. That's it. Because I didn't hit it on, obviously, Petalburg. I hit Greninja instead. which I'm still fine with. I forget where the other spot to, like, mainly get Prim is. There's a couple others. Oh, Seafloor Cavern. Yeah, Seafloor Cavern, I hit Absol. Which is already dead, so... Let's just bring Torterra. Bring some bulky guys for Sableye. Dark, so I don't want to bring Slowbro. Bring Gera and Intimate. Oh, Urshifu is a perfect bring. And then honestly, Avalugg is a really good bring as well. It's so physically bulky. Golisopod route 2? Oh, really? 120? Yeah, so that's one thing that Jax and I were talking about. I did not calc that fight. Oh, it's Brione with Perish Song? Yikes. Yeah. And starters are hard to catch. I would have liked a Prim. I mean, it's like my favorite Pokemon, or at least Poplio is, so would have been fun, but you know. Okay, surf, don't fish. I have quick balls, right? Just in case if, I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah. I guess I can lead Gyarados, so I can Intimate. Swap my scene. Alright. Fuck, man. Oh, that sucks. That fucking sucks. It's not, like, I don't even care about, like, the usefulness of any of these Pokemon. It's just, I want the dupe in Skypillar. If it's either of the other Pokemon, it's a really good dupe, and it gives me a super high chance at Togekiss or Aerodactyl. This fucking blows. I'll Quick Ball you. You don't actually have anything cringe, right? Recover, I guess, is a little annoying. This is just like a Victory Road sack. I don't see how it's good at all. I hurt you at all? You're so frail. Maybe I can Icy Wind. That blows. My encounters lately have been pretty dog shit, if I'm gonna be completely honest. I can maybe Ice Beam this. I think I can Ice Beam it. Minus Spadaf. Yeah, I can always Ice Beam. I think this is my first time actually clicking Ice Beam on this guy. I've had it the whole time. Okay, just Ice Beam you again. How much am I taking? 49. Okay, I'm taking 74 now, so a crit is like 106 roughly. Something like that. I'm still safe here. Dude. Citrus. I think I'm still safe for like one more attack. Isn't foul played a single time, by the way. I don't think. Ice Beam you again. There's your foul play. Whoa! Oh my god. Holy shit. I was not aware of how much damage that would do at all. You don't have Pursuit. That was really, really dumb and bad. I could have clicked that on, like, any turn. Fuck. I can't chip this. I can Timer Ball now. Not Master Ball. Okay. Any names for this guy? He's probably never leaving the box, except to die. I just don't see... Like, you don't even get Mega Sableye, right? They couldn't even give you the Mega. Why does this thing get its Mega restricted? Like, there's some broken-ass Megas they give you. Why not this one? That's so lame. Oh, we got a naming theme. Like, Mega Sableye is barely even a passable Pokemon. It's 480 BST. This is just a fucking sack. This thing sucks. Mega Sableye doesn't look busted at all. Like, I guess it has Recover and decent bulk, but it's got no HP. Yeah, Magic Bounce. Way too OP in this game. Magic Bounce is awful in this game. Doesn't do anything. I guess, like, the idea is it has Stab Foul Play, so its attack doesn't matter, and then it has good bulk, but... Who cares? This guy does get Fake Out. That's literally the only thing he could do for me. He is a Ghost type. He has 2 immunities and has Fake Out and Detect. That's literally it. But I'd have to invest 2 scales into him. What am I naming you? Could be like... I think I already have an Oakland. I'm pretty sure Absol was Oakland. Yeah. This could be Berkeley. Berkeley is E-L-E-Y? Yeah. Whatever, man. And this guy doesn't dupe anything, I don't think. He's just all around trash. Sucks. He's literally a dupe nowhere. Yep. Very cool. It's a complete, like, loss of an encounter. Anyways, I'm sure it's gonna go much better in Sky Pillar, right, guys? Now I'm gonna hit the Gengar in Sky Pillar. I also just straight up almost lost my Gengar there, or my Gyarados there. I should have actually thrown the moves in the calc. I was just going off the Shadow Ball damage and, like, kind of forgot I had Foul Play. But I didn't think Foul Play would do that much more. I guess my Spadef is higher. Let's go ahead and lead with Orv. I have Torterra for Aerodactyl. I don't believe... Banette or Gengar at these levels have any cringe moves. Yeah. They don't have D-Bond or Memento or anything. Pain Split. Will-O-Wisp. Okay. Case of Roaming Trainer, I think I'll be fine. I turned my Repel back on, right? That's the only important thing. I should bring Magnezone for Togekiss, because, like, I have Goodra, but Togekiss is kind of hard to catch, and Magnezone's also, I think, alright for Aerodactyl. I'm not even gonna check the Sableye yet. Like, I just don't care. Its stats can't matter. Like, at least when I got the Absol, it was like, okay, cool, it's adamant, you know? It actually would, like, hits pretty hard, and, I mean, now it's dead, so it doesn't matter, but... That's super easy. Okay. It's not this room. This is just to, like, get up to Sky Pillar. You gotta, like, talk to Wallace here. No? The door is closed. Okay. What? How do I get in? Did I never do the Cave of Origin stuff? Oh my god, I don't think I did. I don't think I ever talked to Wallace back in Cave of Origin. I think I came in, got my Grimmsnarl, and just wanted to check the Mons. And forgot to ever actually do this. did not know this was in here. I did not come in here. Cool. Gotta do that, those roamer passes again. Okay, yeah, when you can sprint surf, that is really easy. Yeah, I was confused because I'm pretty sure, yeah, Wallace comes down and talks to you here. Alright, this is 1F. I can't even really ask for anything, man. My encounters have been shit since Shoal Cave. Shoal Cave was the last good encounter I got, so. Yeah, Shoal Cave was the last good one I got. Just give me something, man. Okay, I am completely fine with Togekiss. I think. Pokemon seems fine. It wasn't the fucking Gengar to spite me. It wasn't Cleavor to make me kill myself. It's not Arrow, but still a really solid Pokemon. Fairy type. Bro has not seen my box. I have 2. Now I have 3 if I actually catch this. So this has Dazzling Gleam, Air Slash, and that's it. I can probably Brave Bird or Smart Strike this, but I'm gonna obviously Quick Ball. I've got tons of time against this Togekiss. I'm gonna actually throw it in the calc though, so I don't make the bullshit mistake. Or not. Okay, cool. Never punished. What's its catch rate? 30. Damn. That was a low odds catch. This one can be Denver. I do like that name. I'm pretty sure I don't have a Denver. I do not. And it's like the, it's got the world's biggest airport, like one of the biggest airports. I like it. So I guess at this point I should just go ahead and climb Sky Pillar, right? Because I don't have Aerodactyl. I don't think I will be doing the Aerodactyl Mega fight. I should just go ahead and climb this. That was the most likely encounter. It was 40%. So, like, we take it. Yeah, there are a couple routes where I could still get Arrow, but I don't think I'm rolling for it right now. It's on Surf 131, 43%, and the big one is it's on 126. But I'd have to dupe out Shark, and I have a coin flip between Shark and Ludicolo on 127. Those are 2 routes that I'm holding off on. Or really 3 routes. Those are 3 routes I'm holding off on. And then I'm holding off on the Frostlast route. And then I have 5 other spots where I am completely fine just ripping. I think it's 5. Maybe it's not. 124, 128, 129, 130, 133. Yeah, 5. I have 5 spots I am totally fine just ripping the roamers on. Obviously, ideally not all at once. This is kind of where we have to really have the discussion of Scuda and Rain Slabs, yeah. So, where... There it is, Sky Pillar. So I can just go ahead and climb this. My repel is on. There's no fights here, I assume. I'm pretty sure there aren't. You don't have to, like, fight Rayquaza or anything. It just goes and flies over and tells its kids to stop. Let's fight its gym. Do I need the... So I have the Acro bike. Do I need the Mach bike? Or did they just get rid of... Was Dexa goated and got rid of all the tiles? Cool. Counter later. Oh, can you not get to 5F if you... I guess I wasn't even really keeping track. Did I not get to 5F ever there? Hello, Rayquaza. So now I have to go to Sutopolis. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to check my encounters. And he'll calm down the erratic weather, and then roamers get released. I think that's my understanding of it. But we're going to check out these guys. One of them I am immediately gonna just put over here. Do not ever see this guy being useful. We'll warm up and check this guy first. Naive, stall, awesome. Okay, man. Sure. Like, these just don't matter at all. Yeah, like, why'd they give it fucking stall? Oh my god. Dude, this could have been a Banette. Imagine these stats on a Banette. Oh my god. 30 attack, Mega Banette? With plus speed? I mean, plus speed doesn't super matter, but it still lets it outspeed some things. Fuck, dude. If this was Gengar too, like, the plus speed on that is awesome. Yeah, I did, like... What's the other ability, even? Keen Eye? Oh, these both suck. Plus 24 speed stall is really funny. This Pokemon might just be, like, worse in the game, except for, like, Spiritomb exists. Yeah. He's pretty awful. Hasty? Okay. We like plus speed on this. Both of its abilities don't really matter. They're hard to abuse. Like, they, you know. I really like the special attack stat I'm looking at. That looks pretty high. Oh, it wasn't 31 speed, though. This thing's fine. This thing is good. Good Spadef, too. Yeah, this is just a really good Mon. Okay. That's very nice. Yeah, it wants the Spadef, right? That's the bulk you lean on, so... As Dazzling Gleam, Air Slash, and then... I guess, like, if this is an E4 Mon, you scale Follow Me, probably. Like, it kind of just has 2 open slots right now in... After you... in Safeguard. These don't really matter, and its tutor moves are not great. It's really Brick Break and Hidden Power. Follow Me Fairy type, yeah. Yeah, that's what I imagine this Mon's niche is. For sure. S-Toss, Rock Smash. You can TM it Roost? If I had my Draining Kiss TM as well, like, this would be a really good recipient of it, but obviously Azumarill has that. Yeah, no, I can see this just being like a... I can understand the idea behind this being a good E4 Mon. Not, like, the best, but it's, yeah, I've already used Tailwind. I used it on Cast Form for Maxi too. So it does not get it tutored or scaled. That's pretty unfortunate. Yeah, because, like, Follow Me, Tailwind, Air Slash, Dazzle Gleam, that's just a set, right? That's just pretty good. Why the hell would you scale Fairy Wind on this? What is that doing back there? What? Grass Knot, Mystical Fire, sure, whatever. Extrasensory, that's also dumb, but I guess if you don't have your Psychic TM, like, maybe I get it. What the hell is Fairy Wind doing? Yeah, this would be, like, if I don't hit Enamorous. So I guess, yeah, now is kind of the time. Let me go ahead and add those guys here. So that was Pacific Log. Named it Berkeley. It's a Sableye. They don't have Sableye in the Cal? Or in the... What? The fuck you mean they don't have Sableye? Okay, there it is. And then... Sky Pillar. Is a Togekiss. And Denver. Yeah, got one solid Mon out of it. Banette would have been really nice, but would have, like, capped that off really well. Even Gengar is, like, fine. Probably not as good as Banette, but... So, what level are the roamers? First off, are they level 90? I think they're level 90. Should I just have, like... Or are they 80? I feel like they're 90. Check docs? I mean, they're not, like... I use this encounter sheet. They're not in here. I know how I can check this, actually. May posted their roamer they hit. I can't do this with streamer mode on? Bro. Whatever. Turn streamer mode off. You can't search messages on Discord with streamer mode on. Okay, they come at level 90. Turn streamer mode back on. Yeah, level 90. So I can just lead Corviknight. So now I need to go to Sutopolis. And watch the cutscene. Yep. This will release the roamers. Yeah, I know you. It's what you use your Master Ball on. If it's something you don't necessarily want and you want to reset for something else, then you just quick ball it and let it run. It's like like a 1% or something for quick ball for it to get in, maybe, if that. So I just have to lead with a level 90 guy and repel Manip and constantly change routes. Go ahead and check off the trainers that I fought while watching that. I should have done it sooner. Beat all these guys. What happened? Oh, there we go. Okay. I mean, look. Yeah, I'm sure there's some ways you could do it. I think Chandelure Shadow Tag is... I mean, Gengar would also... Does Gengar get Shadow Tag? I know Chandelure does. No, yeah, it's, you would need to become Mega. You'd have to Mega your Gengar, but it would work. Because you do get that. But Chandelure, you don't need that. Chandelure's not guaranteed Shadow Tag, though. I don't think I have any mean look Pokemon or anything like that. Oh, it's literally only the Gengar line. Nice. Alright, so now it's, I guess I'll talk to these guys. Goodbye. I assume I can talk to Wallace here without just, like, accidentally going in the gym. Obviously, I don't want to do that. Yay! I can't use that yet. Yeah. It's a good move to have, though. Help you locate those Pokemon. Cool. So, yeah, first spot we want to go to, back up by Lily Cove. Pull up the map for 124 just to make sure that I don't hit an optional. Though I probably outlevel them pretty well at this point. Still just safe. And I imagine I'm going to want to mute up in Turbo for this. So... register you. Oh, that put it on select. I don't know what select was before. Make my bike. Yeah, that's fine. Scope, not parts. Oh. Nice. Make sure my rappel is on. Level 90 lead. I can't use the Devon scope while surfing. What? That's the whole point. It's not letting me. What? Oh, radar. There's 3 of them. That's it's the radar. So it's just back and forth like this until I see. Ideally, I would go between like 2 routes that both don't have the encounter, but it's pretty much this. So I guess just general ideas while spamming forum is thinking about what roamer I want. I feel like it seems like general Drat is it by fat? Yeah, I'm always like stopping to read the not responding part. I'm not gonna go too fast. It seems like you kind of always want to run from Cresselia. I don't know about the rest. Like, I don't know if I would really run from Landorus or Natus. Oh! I almost went back. That was fast. Landorus is a run. Well, we'll see. And like it's it's not a run, but it's just oh, I keep repel on. I almost turned my repel off. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a tough choice. So that's a tough one. Ayumi, thank you for the raid. I know Latios is better, and especially with my box, because my Dragapult is not great, it seems like Latios, or it seems like Latios is like a super high impact one that I could get. I think I quick ball this. I think I just quick ball this. Look at Latias moves. I know it doesn't get Draco. So it comes with Protect, Psychic, Recover, D-Pulse. It is extremely supportive. It also... Oh, it gets Tailwind. Because this is my first route, and I have 4 others I'm willing to rip right now, I think I quick ball it. Fine take. Yeah, it's like, how much do I want to greed? Yeah, this is my first route. jacks. So I think I just quick ball. I still have 4 more chances to rip for... I mean, it's effectively like a coin flip. Dupes it from all others. Yeah, like if I take Latias now, then I can't get it anymore for second roamer. It's also a question of just like how impactful is roamer for like Juan Jim and Victory Road. I feel like Latias maybe wouldn't be, because it's kind of just like especially defensive dragon type, and I have that in Gudra. Broken real game accuracies in your brain? That's awesome. Can't be used in gym? Like, do they not let you, or is it just like it's not very good? I mean, I could see it being not very great, but it does have protect. I don't know. It's just bad. I think I'm just gonna quick ball this. Catch rate of 3. Let's just get an extra roamer, I think. Damn. Alright. That is 124 and counter gone. Expected results. Bundy is big gym hit. Makes sense, yeah. Next shot is gonna be 128. Which is just right here. Right, yeah, okay. I've really only been streaming for Run and Bun, like, you know, preservation or legitimacy, I guess. I don't usually stream much. I've probably already streamed more this year than I have in, like, the past 2 years combined. And I think Sandy can can attest to that. Because usually when I stream something, it's just like a game, like a casual game that Sandy is aware of or would like want me to play, kind of thing. I have any pervert? Calling them pervert games is crazy. Okay, I can just go back and forth here. Is 127? No, 127 is a route I want, potentially Sharpedo. So... we're gonna go back to speeding up. I can kind of just look for the exclamation mark. Or the word not being there. I could do this a little better, actually. I can go between 128 and 129 because I am fine. I'm fine doing both of those. So I'll do that. These are both like now roamer routes for me. I just have to be careful of that guy. But he can never see me if I'm just going on this vertical line. Yeah. It's a little more annoying going up and down, but that's fine. I feel like if I go like 2 more routes and I see like if what I get is like really bad, like if I see like Cress and then maybe like Lando and then I get Latias again, I think I'm okay just taking it in the Master Ball. Like it's still a really good Pokemon. It's just maybe isn't necessarily the high roll, and I'm kind of just giving myself the chance to go a couple more shots to get the high roll. But if I don't hit it, like it's fine. I feel like just thinking about my box and like potential E4 Mons, I have the hard hitters. I have Beedrill. I have like I have a really good Garchomp. I can make my Dragapult really good. It just like costs a little more. But I still have a good amount of resources. I have a really good Urshifu. All it needs is a speed scale, probably. It's 31 attack Naughty is one of the better natures for it. Torn seems fine. Yeah, it seems alright. Like, not great, but... Yes, Lorox, multiple people have now done Tornadus E4s. I think multiple. Maybe it was just one. I know it at least has been one with, though. It obviously took a long time for someone to win with Torn, but... Oops, it's fine. So there's like this stigma that, you know, like, oh, you gotta try to bring a new E4 Mon. I think it's pretty dumb. People sometimes force some bullshit just to say like, oh, I brought Crawdaunt to the E4. Or like just about anything, and it's pretty silly. It's like this idea that if you have the right 5 Pokemon, I forget exactly what the 5 are, but there's like a squad of 5 that if you invest like enough into, can just win E4 as a 5-mon, and then you bring a 6 like shitter, and as long as they do like one very tiny thing, then you can do that. But I think that's a little silly. Random ass grass type. Yeah, I think there's also like some merit to, so like I was thinking about this and talking with Jax about it, how like I'm heavily thinking about like my Garchomp as an E4 member, and I think it's just really cool to use that Pokemon as an E4 guy. Even though it's been won with 2 times already, it hasn't been won with in a really long time. And it's still like heavily unique compared to all the other Dragon types. Like, there's still some merit to that. But obviously, like, for me, and I think this is just how it should be win above all else. It doesn't care what you use. Winning should be the top priority. Damn, I hit that last roamer pretty fast, huh? I was one-routing it too, and I got it in like 4 minutes. Oh wait, did I just miss it? Oops. I like was not looking fully. I think I saw the exclamation mark. I didn't realize till I started moving. That's my bad. Or maybe I'm just schizo already. Yeah, people have won on New Game Plus. It seems fun. I think the idea with New Game Plus, and like because it's not officially tracked or whatever, like the rules are a little more loose on it. Some people do not sandbox New Game Plus, but like they give themselves maybe like double the scale count. So you have 60, so you can like mess with your guys a little more, increase more of their stats, give them more moves. Because otherwise, like, New Game Plus can be pretty restrictive. There are some entire routes that you just straight up can't get them on. Like, you cannot get a Fortree City encounter. It can be easier or harder. Generally, it's going to be harder. You miss out on a Shed Shell, and most likely you miss out on Life Orb, because you cannot get the cast form on 119. And you miss out on the Fortree Kecleon, so you don't get the extra Shed Shell. Some routes you could have entire tables duped out, so it's just less encounters. But if you play with like the extra scales thing, then it does seem like a fun way to play. Yeah, Kecleon is the only Fortree encounter, and it comes with a guaranteed Shed Shell. So you just, like, if you got... Which, like, it's an encounter that you always get on your first run. Unless you, like, accidentally kill it for some godforsaken reason. Turtle, Talon, Hammy, Togue, unduped for early game. This guy is so enthralled with his New Game Plus. Every time he gets a new encounter and he ends stream, he DMs me after and is like, yo, this New Game Plus table is fire. Every time. No, it's happened like twice. Jax has the box to literally win. It is all in his hands, and I'm putting all the pressure on him. Hit my Mon? Yeah, I'll try a little harder. Oh yeah, no Shifu as well. That one's really tough. I mean, you get an encounter at least to replace it, but no Shifu is really, really tough. Likely also no Electrode. Just because that's a pretty common take in New Mauville. No, yeah, the Sutopolis encounters are awful to replace Urshifu, but you at least get a Mon back. My D-pad hand is not getting tired from this. My turbo hand is getting tired from holding the trigger the whole time. I have hold for turbo. That way I don't like mess up and leave it on while running around. Where is this guy, man? Over by like Fall Arbor Town right now or something? Chilling in Pacific Log. Yeah, he's just on a route he can't be. how is PK going? I've really only been absorbing that game through PCal daily videos, which probably is not the best way to like really get a grasp on much. Because he's doing the whole game blind, so as I'm watching, I'm also effectively blind on like what sets are and stuff. More fun than EK? I just don't remember like how bad EK actually was. I remember there was like a month or something where I tried nuzlocking EK, like when it was at kind of the peak of its popularity. And I think I got to like the second gym, and it really sucked. Yeah, Run and Bun is insanely in your hands. Oh no, I remember what happened with EK. I think I got to Watson, and it was like, I realized at that point, it's like, oh shit, you literally just need to get Volt Absorb Lantern, otherwise your run is dead. And I was like, wow, this game sucks. And then I did not even continue that attempt. Yeah, it was like you just required a Volt Absorb Pokemon. It was so dumb. And it was like maybe 30% to get Lantern in a couple spots. You just had to try. You had to maximize your Lantern chances. It was awful. Turning your PC off? Yeah, I'll DM you. Yeah, I mean, Lowrock said earlier that they sat here for like 2 hours. I'm gonna put this on not select. I'm gonna put this on list and then deselect all of these and just register this on select. That way I can just press L. It takes 2 buttons, but it's better for my hands. It's so dumb because I got it on 124 literally in like 3 minutes. I think I went back and forth maybe 20 times. And now I'm double routing and it's taking forever. Yeah, I don't really know how you, like, change this to make it better. It could just be, like, I know, like, some games, you know, they have this setup where, like, they move around to a route, and you just, like, look at your map and see what route they're on. But, you, like, maybe just have them stay on that route for a bit, so that you can actually go there. This is a little faster now that I'm... gay honey trees. They seem fun, but again, because I'm literally only watching fucking Peachel videos for them, I don't have a scope of like the grand honey tree dupe routing. Like I imagine you can probably get like Heracross later or some bullshit, but you know they might only be in pools like once you beat Gardenia kind of thing, or like on routes past there. Get some sick stuff, yeah. Yeah, you can probably get like Scyther and Heracross, and I know like Wormadam is really good early game. Postmaline is mid-game table, and it just adds on to the prior ones. So like if you have the dupes, then you know you can get like the really good stuff. It sounds good. You could probably also get like Scorpy, I imagine, maybe, and that in my head sounds good just for the typing. I don't know if it's battle armor, but like Dark Poison is just really good typing, you know? That guy's stats are pretty good. It's pretty hard. Even if it wasn't battle armor, if it was like Hyper Cutter or something, it would still be pretty solid, I feel like. Probably gets toxic. Hyper Cutter Sandvale. I still kind of remember some Pokemon abilities. Sandvale, awful. Hate that, but... And they straight up removed this guy from the game. Good for Bertha. Yeah, Sandvale on a Pokemon only weak to ground as well is... That's actually a good bit. I like that. Herdier, Route 1. Hey, don't clown on Herdier. This run is a Route 1 Lillipup run. It was in Tim. Its IVs were fucking insane, but I love that Mon. That thing was so awesome. It was my fairy type for most of the run. Like, I kind of get why people reset on it, but I genuinely think it's really solid. And like, it probably, if it's in Tim, it's worth. I dive occasionally to reset roamer location. I feel like I have heard that. So hi, Laura. I'll do that. Like, Intim is good on Lillipup, but I feel like that Mon's main strength is just like its like general bulk and really good like physical attack and good coverage too. It gets natural facade. I got to rip some facades and I still have my TM. That was super fun. The roamer will go to 129 and you dive. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it was right there, but so no way to know. Oh, there we go. Okay. I do not go up. Intim is good when you have a bunch of battle armor guys. Yeah, I'll ping Jax or I'll DM him. Oh, you're here. Okay. Yeah, I just go back and forth like this. Okay. Oh my god, all that for a fucking Cresselia, dude. You're kidding. Oh my god. Go back, go to bed, Jax. What the fuck? I'll quick ball it. This is ass. This thing is awful. I'm not even gonna think about this. I'm just gonna throw a quick ball. Shakes? Oh my god. Whatever, man. I'm on 129. Which route am I on? So I can check it off. I'm on 120, yeah, so that was my 129. Now I gotta single route this. So, back to the grind, but now I check half as often. I have to turn the Rain World music back on for a second. So yeah, now is it dive spam? Just here? Oh, that's gonna suck. This is way worse. I'd rather just walk it, I feel like. This takes way longer. It's better on my hands, though, generally. I'll do it for a bit, just because it's nicer on my hands. But yeah, it is pretty slow. Yes, so we have one Master Ball Umi. But we only have one. You do get another, I think, like at the end of Victory Road. So you can get a second roamer. But you obviously kind of want to, like, you theoretically want your first one to be, like, a solid one. Oh, I tried to scan down here. Oh, it's 3 fights? Okay. That's not too bad, then. I don't think I'm necessarily yearning for something to, like, fix my Huan gym or anything like that. I haven't even really looked at my Huan gym, to be completely honest. But I have a lot of routes right now. I have 3 routes I'm willing to rip at this moment for the first roamer. Ideally, I think now if I see Latias, I'm just gonna take it. Because I still think Latias is pretty good, and I probably do need a supportive Mon. So, yep, just spamming this. Oops. No Electrode for Jim. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It seems silly to even, like, because, like, if I look, then yeah, I could be like, okay, you know, oh, I really want Thunderous. But then I would just be, like, constant resetting for Thunderous on these routes, and, like, going for the 1 and 7 just seems pretty fickle. I'm right now, like, mentally open for, like, a 4 and 7 on the guys that I would be fine with taking, and I've just missed that both times. So it's like, I don't know. I think now I'm open to Latias as well, so, like, I'm fine with the 5 and 7, basically. CC or Shifu sweeps the gym leader. Yeah, I really have not looked much at it. Can't say too much. I've looked at like the first little gauntlet. Oh, there we go. All right. Just go up left from here. Yeah, there's no... Let's go like this. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. This seems like a fun guy. Very, very good for me right now, and potentially for the future. Get in my belly. It does mean, I think, for second roamer, I will be hard yearning for exactly a Namarus or Latios or potentially Latios if it comes to like final route. Namarus or Latios are the two big ones. But yeah. Big XP? I need a big name for this guy. I don't know if I have a New York. I'm just thinking of the Empire State Building and how it gets struck by lightning. I don't think I have a New York. Let's check that. I do not. This feels like a perfect... I don't know if New York City fits. It does not, even without spaces. I could do NY City. I don't want to just do NYC. Maybe I just do NYC. I can always change it later. Yeah, NYC is pretty recognizable. Get me out of here. So that was 128. I'll just put it here. Thunderous. And say I checked it off. That way it's just gone. I'm gonna save. New Yorkshire County. Yep. Oh yeah, I can just write up here. Oops. Thunderous. It won't make it green. Oh, it will. Okay, cool. Nice. Alright. Big guy check. Neutral nature. Alright. Oh. 4 though. Wow. That's a 1 scale, maybe 2 scale goat. Like scale for Tailwind. That's a guy. That's a special attack scale and a Tailwind. Right, this guy gets Tailwind, I think, right? Or does he not? I'd assume he does. Oh, he does not. Okay. It's a Volt Switch scale, I guess, is the idea. He does not get Tailwind. Tailwind is not TM either. Yeah, it just doesn't get it. Okay. It's still a very good Pokemon. But yeah, well, I guess this guy has U-Turn. I don't necessarily need Volt Switch. Got a really high attack stat. It's just not Stab, right? So you won't have, like, Stab super effective, but... the one thing that I don't have is T-Bolt, but I do still have my Thunderbolt TM. So that's really nice as well. Stab Acro. Swagger per sim. Yeah, scale swagger. Yeah, so this guy gets Prankster, but they were pretty smart about it and didn't really give Prankster Mons a whole lot of actual good status moves. This guy only gets Swagger, Embargo, and he doesn't. They didn't even give him Fake Tears. Swagger, Embargo, and Defog, and Leer, and Eerie Impulse. T-Punch is better on Kyogre? Interesting. Yeah, this is a guy. Screenshot this. That is a probably 1-scale goat. This guy's IVs are gonna be fucking insane when I scale special attack. That's crazy. Yeah, it's based on enemy, for sure. They need to be like way lower defense in order for the base power to make up for T-Punch versus T-Bolt. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna... I don't ever scale until I really need it. Even when I got Beedrill, I didn't scale until I needed it. Which was still pretty quick, but... I did need it pretty fast in Winona's gym, but... Yeah, that's a fun guy right there. Obviously, I think I would have theoretically preferred like Enamorous, but also just getting Togekisses made that a little better. Or like Latios. But this guy is pretty scale, like, he doesn't cost much, which is genuinely a really nice thing, because it kind of opens up a lot for potentially scaling and buffing up my Dragapult to be really good. Because this guy has already eaten 2 scales, but he would need a nature change, for sure, to, like, Naughty. And then potentially, like, a bulk scale. It's 3, so yeah, it just hit a Natty. We'll say the Natty was speed, right? It hit Natty speed. That's the propaganda. And then, yeah, high HP, like, this guy's just really good. The 0 special attack is very funny. But... very... who cares? You know? Literally, like, who cares? I feel like with any roamer, you're probably expected to scale, like, put 1 or 2 scales into it. Unless it's, like, a really bad nature, then, you know, you suck it up and put 3 in. But, yeah, this guy's really good. Let's get him in here. So that was Route 128. Thunderous, not Therian. They don't have art for him. Alright, I don't really have anything else planned for today. I mean, it would be start Juan Gym. Yeah. I'm also gonna just, like, stop. I don't have anything else to do except for starting to calc Juan, and that gauntlet seems really brutal. But this guy might help. At the very least. I guess just general flyover, though, now. I still have 6 roamer routes left for... Yeah, I've got 6 roamer routes remaining. And 3 of them I'm willing to rip right away. No, 2 of them. So 127 and 126 I hold off on. The stuff I might want there. 130 I think is what I would rip next. How many encounters? It's something like 80 or 75. I think there's like some weird abuses you can do to like get extra encounters. It's around 80, I want to say. Like if you take every route and you also get some extra routes. Like there's a thing where if you catch a Nidoran female, then you can breed for a Nidoran male. And that is a separate dex entry, so it's a separate Pokemon. There's no dupe clause there. And then you hatch the egg in the battle tower north of Mauville, and that's a new location where you otherwise can't get any Pokemon. That only works if you get Nidoran female. Some people don't allow that. I think it's really fucking cool, and I would allow it. I didn't get a Nidoran this run, but I think that's really awesome. And it does not break any Nuzlocke rules, so I guess you could say like maybe breeding does, but you just like that's how you get the Pokemon anyway. I don't know. Some people don't allow breeding even for like the Shoal Cave egg strat and stuff, but whatever. But yeah, ideally, oh, was it just 2 routes? No, okay, so yeah, I have 2 routes left that I'm willing to rip right now. Route 130, unless I, for some reason, want Zoroark, which does seem kind of fun, if I'm not gonna lie. But as an E4 member, probably not the greatest, especially since I have Urshifu Dark. So, there's not much else here that I would really want. For Galvay, Altaria left. And Altaria can perish. And then there's Route 133. So I would probably do that other one first. And then Route 133 just has a bunch of stuff that I don't really care about as well. Not very good things. Then after that, I kind of have to decide down my routes. Because there's the chance for Aerodactyl here. If I get Sharpedo here, then I dupe and have higher chance for Aerodactyl. So, like, that's really high value. So I have to kind of make a decision, like, if I keep doing my roamers. I also potentially really want Frostlass here to dupe out for Victory Road to try to get Weavile. So those are, like, the 2 big routing decisions left. Otherwise, it's just Roamer, and then my Victory Road encounter, and, like, potentially Aerodactyl or Archeops. But like this is kind of the box. Like these 6, this whole squad, and these 3 shitters, which I'm ready to sack at any moment. But that's kind of what we got. And admittedly, like, this is a really good box. Just like grouping, if I would like, it's like all the potential E4 members at the top here could be like, you could see like Grimmsnarl, Halucha has tech. I would have to invest a lot into it. Oh, Flygon's awful. At least like where I got it, it's really bad. I got it immediately after the point where it's most useful in the game. So, and my guy is also just really bad. It's like 0 attack and not fast at all, and like plus special attack. Not good. Slowbro for sure. Drill for sure. It's like Escav tech, but not exactly. Yeah, that's Tennessee. Who is that one? Oh, Seismitoad? Yeah, he's fine. Not great. He has been helpful, but I don't remember the last time he clicked a move. He kind of just baits. He's alright at baiting. So I would roughly say, and like this is not, you know, a for sure thing, but in my head, maybe Aju as well. Aju has tech. So does Toad. Like everything here is kind of an alright or like heavily considerable Elite Four member at the top here. And like that's a pretty good spread to work with. You know, like I probably wouldn't do like 3 Toad in E4. So Toad has Spiky Shield and Fake Out, and Iron Barbs is a support mon. Because in E4 you have to do some double battles. You have to do 2 double battles. So double battle tools on like 1 or 2 Pokemon is like very big. There are other guys who can maybe do its role a little better. Grimmsnarl also gets Fake Out and has Prankster. The Prankster isn't super important, but like this guy is a pretty solid E4 member with a bit of investment into probably like a bulk, and then you have to scale Fake Out. But it also gets like Sucker Punch. It's a really strong Sucker Punch if you scale that. But that's a lot of investment, right? So it's like it's all gauging in like investment. I have 15 scales left in the entire game, which is half of them. But a lot of these guys have been recipients of those scales already and are already pretty solid E4 member like candidates. Like this guy has already eaten 3 scales and would probably just need like a nature change to Jolly or Adamant. Jolly might be overkill. So probably Adamant to just nuke stuff. One that I am super, like, I am pretty positive I will be bringing a Pokemon. It's this guy. This guy is absurd. All I need is a defense scale, and he is insane. Oh, yeah, it was U-turn on B. It does not naturally get U-turn. You have to scale it. Yeah, Slowbro is a pretty just good E4 member because you get the Mega, and the Mega is absurd. So with a defense scale, like it would be crazy. Comes to Slack Off. My guy's set is awesome right now, but Slack Off, Future Sight are the main 2, and then you get a bunch of flex slots. Like that could be Surf, that could be Brick Break, it could be Body Press is a big one when you Mega. The Body Press hits insanely hard. Golisopod also just really good for positioning, right? Getting guys in safely. My guy is pretty good. Has probably the perfect nature. Would maybe just need like a defense scale or something. Has all the moves it wants. So like this is another really heavy consideration. My Shifu is really good too. Shifu is the most common mon, so like, yeah, over Slowbro, this is the #1 bring. All it needs is a speed scale. So. And like both Urshifu forms are really good. Urshifu Dark is very, very nice. Like Water is good for its resistance typing in E4, but so is Dark. They're both really solid. So this is not my first hardcore Nuzlocke. I've done a lot of base game. I was gonna say this is my first ROM hack Nuzlocke, but that's also not true. I did a Nuzlocke that I never finished, but also never wiped on. I think it was Blaze Black 2 Redux. I got to the E4 in that game on like my 2nd or 3rd attempt. And those games aren't like crazy hard, but they're decently difficult. And I don't like I wasn't recording it or streaming it or anything. I was just doing it. This was like probably like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. I got to E4 and I just like calced it for I calced like two of them and then I don't know, I just got like sidetracked or bored or something. And I just never went back to the game. I just completely forgot about it. I've done a lot of hardcore nuzlocks of base games. Like I've done basically all of the like the notable vanilla games. I've done Challenge Mode Black 2. I've done like Black and White. I've done Platinum. I've done Platinum multiple times. I did Platinum normal and then I did Platinum with mono normal types. That was really fun. That one was cool. I've done Heart Gold Soul Silver, which actually was kind of hard. I've done Emerald. I've done Fire Red Leaf Green. I've done X and Y. I've not done Gen 7. I think I've only done Gens 3 through 6. I don't know if I ever did ORAS. But I like the other thing is like I've absorbed and watched tons of like Nuzlocke content over the years. I watched Peach Child's entire hardcore Nuzlocke of this game, like all his attempts and streams and whatnot. I watched EK, I think when he was on like I started watching like the EK highlights and stuff and trying the game myself for a little bit when he was around like attempt 100, and then obviously watched the winning run on 151. But when it comes to like also I've done I don't know why I forgot about this one. I spent like multiple years doing that game. I did Crystal Kaizo Plus. Hardcore Nuzlocke. That one's a different beast than this game, but like kind of in a similar vein. That was like my first really like hard, difficult hardcore Nuzlocke. That I like actually did all the way through. CK Plus was a lot of fun, but eventually it does get a little boring. My first attempt, I got all the way to E4 round 2 and wiped because I just didn't have like a great team or like I did not have a very solid team and had to send some bullshit and then the bullshit like went off. But it wasn't like a super sound strategy anyways. And then on attempt 2, I went back and fully won. I don't think that game is crazy hard. It's a little solvable in a way. But it was still very fun. I didn't stream that game. I streamed my E4 attempts. I streamed E4 round 1 and E4 round 2 for both attempts. And I recorded all my gym fights. CK solved. It's not like fully solved. I feel like a lot of the encounter routing makes it so that way you always get a handful of absurdly good encounters. Like, I mean, the first one is you always take Meganium or Chikorita because it's just the best starter. That's like a top 5 mon and you just get it as, you know, the starter. Eventually, like, you do enough of the headbutt trees. The big thing is headbutt tree routing in that game. When you get enough headbutt trees, eventually you'll get Heracross. And Heracross is like a top 3 Pokemon. I think you always get a Shuckle, like a trade Shuckle with really good DVs. And that's also like a top 5 Pokemon. I was pretty happy with my CK, like how I ended CK. Just because I remember like I had like made out my plan and all that for my second attempt, and I posted like, oh, I'm using. I posted in like a server like I'm using this Pokemon, and it seems like this one isn't very commonly used for E4 round 2. Like, they'll be pretty interesting. And I had like a bunch of people be like, oh, that mon is shit. Why are you using it? Kind of thing. And I was like, okay, man. And then I go and actually do the E4 round 2, and it's like one of the most pivotal things and reasons why I won. And then I left the server after that. It was Alakazam. It was Encore Alakazam. It was really good. I think that mon is like broken. I didn't even have like the main thing you would do with it is Encore Disable. I didn't even have Disable. I just had Encore Recover, and it was still super good. But yeah, Encore Disable is fucking crazy in that game. You just Encore it into a shitty move, you take one more attack, you disable, and then it starts struggling. And it's like, how is that not just like a super abused strategy for E4 round 2? I don't get it. And Encore can last like 3 to like 7 turns in CK+. It's absolutely insane. But I had Alakazam 1v1ing some stuff it definitely should not have because of Encore and like setting teammates up. It was very nice. I forget exactly what the team was. I think it was like Shuckle, Heracross, Lapras, Alakazam, Skarmory, Gligar. Yeah. Or no, I had Aerodactyl over... I don't think I brought Heracross. Oh god, I don't remember. Maybe I didn't bring Heracross. I don't fully recall. It's like some mixture of those, though. I'm gonna put all these guys back in the main box. Just doing that to like visually see kind of what's good. Jump Bluff? Not really. I also never had one though, so I can't say. It might be good, just because one of the best Pokemon in that game is Ledian. Also because it's really fast and gets Encore and has good defensive typing. Fast Encore is heavily abusable. And one of the big reasons why Shuckle is... I mean, there's like 30 reasons why Shuckle is so good in that game, but another big one is slow Encore. Shuckle had Sandstorm, Wrap, Encore, Disable, I think. It was harder to use Disable on that guy, but... still pretty solid. So I'm gonna... oh, I need to, like, reorganize all my... take you off. I think you were on Select, and then, like, you were on List. Yeah, that seems right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Shuckle seems absurd in PK as well. I think the main thing that I enjoyed about CK more than like Emerald and Platinum Kaizo is that it didn't change much about like moves and like it buffed Pokemon, but that's fine. It didn't change much like base powers or like interactions with how moves worked. Whereas like I look at a move in PK and it's like why is Swallow now like an 80 base power dark trapping move? Like, why did we need to do that? Why is Fire Spin 90 base power? Why are hazards priority? Why are, like all that stuff? I think they buffed like Crush Claw like even stronger to like 120 BP or so. It's just like, why? Like, I thought the entire idea of Kaizo was to take what Pokemon has and twist it into a formula that's like very, very difficult and hard and random. But it seems like all that SHF does with those games is completely warp what Pokemon is, and then has that be like the very random and hard part. I don't know. Got too good at preventing them, but like there's merit to that, you know? You are trading your HP in a fight to prevent this thing. It's the same way in Run and Bun, right? I lead with a slow guy who shows a KO to the opponent, and by being in that position, right, that's the trade-off. So that way I block hazards, but then I play around it by switching to a different guy that's faster and has iron barbs to break the sturdy, and then I, fast KO with fake out and zing zap, right? That's like how that's how the developer to player interaction should work. And I think Run and Bud hits that perfect mesh of having things like that. Whereas it feels like now with PK, it's just like, it doesn't feel like there's a hurdle to climb over for the player in PK. It feels like you are just supposed to ram your head into the wall that SHF has put up, instead of giving you a low enough wall to jump over. I mean, that's just like game dev philosophy and rambling, but that's why I enjoy watching PK, but I enjoyed watching EK, but after having played EK for like 2 attempts, I would never, I just will never play those games. I could maybe casually play them, but I would never Nuzlocke them. Anyways, let's see. Is there anyone that I recognize streaming Run and Bun? Because I'm done and I've just been sitting here yapping. No one that I recognize. That's unfortunate. I would want to raid someone that I recognize from a Discord server. Yeah, it's fun to sit here and talk. I don't hate it. It's very fine. Gardenia, I haven't even seen Gardenia. I have no idea because I'm only absorbing it through fucking Peachal VODs. He hasn't gotten there. But it's in rain, it seems awful. Alright, I'm just gonna end stream. Next time I stream will probably be like the first half of Juan's gym or the entire gym, which will be a while. That place seems hard to calc, even though now I have Thunderous. Actually, I need to... I'll do this now. I will export my box so I add those new guys. I do not have a Discord, no. Well, I do, but it's like completely dead. I don't even use it. I have not been posting my stream updates there. Genuinely, I would say if you're in Jax's Discord, I'm more likely to post in there, like, hey, I'm doing Juan Gym, than... or, like, just joining the actual Run and Bun Discord. I'll usually post in there, but there's, like, tons and tons of messages in there, so it's you're hard to, like, catch that. Alright, anyways. I can tell my throat is getting a little tired from talking too much while sitting there yapping, going back and forth with the roamers. I'm gonna head out. Awesome roamer stream. Thanks for hanging. Thank you for the raid as well, Umi. Hanging out. Goodbye.